Hi guys! Welcome sa Sipnayan. In this video ay ituloy natin yung ating series on trigonometry. Kung napanood nyo yung previous video natin, ang ginawa natin was to rotate a ray from the initial position. Tapos we got the trigonometric ratios by dropping a perpendicular line to the x-axis. So nagbuo tayo ng right triangle, and then we calculated for the trigonometric ratios in terms of x and y. So dito medyo specific na tayo. Ang gagawin natin is to rotate a ray 45 degrees counterclockwise. So 45 degrees ito. Sabi natin pala before tayo mag-start, pag nag-rotate tayo ng counterclockwise, we get a positive angle. So for example, pag na-rotate ako papunta dito, that's a positive 90. Pero pag nagdito ako, that's a negative 90. So in terms of radians, pag the entire circle is, di ba, 2 pi siya. So ibig sabihin, if I rotate from here to here, this is, pag 2 pi yung buo, ibig sabihin pi ito. Pi itong semicircle na to, which means that pag nandito ako sa gitna, kalahati lang siya. So I'll have pi over 2. And pag rotate ko dito, this is pi. And pag rotate ko sa baba, this is pi over 2, 2 pi over 2. That's 3 pi over 2. Okay? So pag nag-rotate ako ng 45 degrees, then I'll have yung pi over 2. This is 90 degrees, di ba? Hinati ko pa siya, so magiging pi over 4 siya. So this is pi over 4. Okay? So, ang tanong, ano ngayon yung coordinates nitong point na to, no? And pwede natin yan gawin by dropping a line which is perpendicular to the x-axis, no? Ginawa natin yun sa previous video, ganun din, di ba? Pero mas general yun. Now, ano nabuo natin? Nakabuo tayo ng right triangle, no? Anong klaseng right triangle? That's a 45 degree triangle kasi 45 to 90 to. So, automatic 45 na yan kasi 180 yung sum, di ba? So, if you can recall, we have a special characteristic for 45, 45, 90 triangle, no? Ang characteristic niyan, di accurate yung drawing ko, but they have equal, yung shorter sides niya equal, no? So, ang alam lang natin dito na length is ito. This is the diagonal of the triangle from here to here. We know that this is a unit circle, therefore this is 1 unit, no? Now, paano natin kukunin itong length nito mga to? Diba? We want to get the length of this. At bakit natin siya kukunin? Because we want to get the coordinates of this. So, if we let the side, the shorter side, be equal to s, then we can use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Alala niyo yung Pythagorean theorem na yan. Itong s, yung dalawang side, since equal naman sila, hindi ko kailangan gumamit ng ibang variable. So, this is 2s squared equals 1. 1 squared is simply 1. And then we have s squared equals 1/2. Alam niyo naman kung nangyari, di ba? We divide both sides by 2. Which means that s is equal to square root of 1/2. Pwede pa natin i-simplify. Ito tama na to, kaso kailangan natin siya i-simplify, no? Sabihan natin sa radicals, if we have square root of a over b, pwede mo siyang i-split as square root of a over square root of b. So, pwede yun. That's one of the properties of radicals, no? Square root of b. And we know that square root of 1 is equal to 1. So, therefore, equal siya sa square root of equal siya sa 1 over square root of 2. Alam din natin na bawal yung radical, no, sa baba. So, we rationalize. No? We multiply 1 over square root of 2 times square root of 2 over square root of 2. So, multiply, we have 1 times square root of 2 is square root of 2. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin itong square root of 2 over 2? Ito yung length ng side, no? So, ibig sabihin, from here to here is square root of 2 over 2. So, ano ngayon yung coordinate nito? Itong point na to, which is the same as x coordinate ng point na to, which is the same as the x coordinate of point here. So this is square root of 2 over 2. What about the y coordinates? Same lang sila, di ba? Same sila ng length. So from here to here is square root of 2 over 2. Since 0 ito, ibig sabihin yung y coordinate nito ay square root of 2 over 2. So that's square root of 2 over 2. Gets nyo? So pareho na square root of 2 over 2 yung x and y coordinates ng point, which is the intersection of the ray and the circle. Okay. That's a rotation of 45 degrees. Na pag nirotate ko pa siya ng another 45 degrees, tatama na ako dito sa 90, di ba? Kasi 45 and 45 is 90. So tatama na itong ray dito. Pag another, I'll have another ray here. Another 45, which is how many degrees from the initial position? That's 135. Now, if I want to find the coordinates, di ba, ang problema natin is we find the coordinates of the intersection. I think obvious naman na symmetric sila. Ibig sabihin, pareho lang to. Tsaka ito, magkakaiba lang sila ng sign, di ba? Pag-aralan nyo yan sa the graph is, the circle is symmetric about the y-axis. So, kung anong point dito, pareho lang yung coordinates dito. Nagkakaiba lang yung sign. Alin ang negative? Pareho ba silang negative? So, kung titignan mo yung point na to, ang x-coordinate niya ay nandito, di ba? Which means it's negative kasi ito yung 0 mo pag ganun ka, negative, di ba? So, this is a negative x, meaning that's negative square root of 2 over 2 and then square root of 2 over 2. Positive ito. Kasi yung y nito, nandito naman siya nakatapat, which is on the positive part of the y-axis. Ganon din dito, pag nirotate ko dito, it's another 45 degrees, I'll have 180 degrees. This is 135. Part na, this is 135 degrees. But notice in terms of radian, this is pi over 4. Another pi over 4, this is 2 pi over 4. 2 pi over 4, which is equal to pi over 2. Tama? Ito yun, di ba? Divide both sides. Both the numerator and the denominator by 2. And then another pi over 4, that's 3 pi over 4. Kita yung pattern, pi over 4, 2 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4. What is 4 pi over 4? Cancel yung 4, matitira pi. Ang susunod dito is 5 pi over 4. Okay, 5 pi over 4, 6 pi over 4, 7 pi over 4. So this is, pareho din ng coordinates. Ang magkakaiba lang is pareho itong negative kasi nasa third quadrant na siya. So this is negative square root of 2 over 2. Negative square root of 2 over 2. At ito, magiging positive yung x ko pero negative yung y ko. So that's square root of 2 over 2. Negative square root of 2 over 2. Okay, so nakuha na natin lahat ng coordinates, no? Yan yung goal natin. No? Ano na ngayon? Ano na ngayon kung nakuha na natin yung lahat ng coordinates nung merong over 4 na pi, di ba? 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4, this is 5 pi over 4, 6 pi over 4, 7 pi over 4. So, puro 4 yung ating denominator, no? Yung kinuha natin. So, pag sinabi ngayon na tangent 3 pi over 4, masasagot nyo na ba? Ano ang tangent? Tangent is sine over cosine, di ba? Sa identities natin. Sine theta over cosine theta. And sine theta is ito, square root of 2 over 2. Square root of 2 over 2. Cosine theta is negative square root of 2 over 2. So what do we get? We're dividing the same number, yung denominator were negative. So this is 1 over negative 1. Sorry, hindi. 1 pala ito, kaso may negative ko sa baba. So magiging negative